Thanks for watching, everyone.
If you didn't get a chance to get out and enjoy the weather today, you may have more opportunities this week. Storm Team 10 will share how long this beautiful spring weather will last.
Live from WSLS, this is 10 News at 7, working for you.
Now at 7, communities across Southwest Virginia continue to recover from Friday's powerful storms. We'll show you how the community is helping families that lost everything. A close call.
Well, it had to have been a miracle. It was a God thing. It wasn't an us thing.
A local family shares the moments a carbon monoxide leak almost killed them. 4 Americans are among the 300 victims of Sunday's Easter bombings in Sri Lanka. We'll explain how the FBI is now involved in the case. Straight line winds, that's what the National Weather Service says caused damage in Halifax County during Friday's storm. 10 News reporter Colter Anstad talked with one property owner who had his damage surveyed today.
Behind me here on Ronnie Roller's property is what used to be a storage shed. As you can see, it was destroyed during Friday's storm. Thankfully, though, no one was hurt. Roller says he does plan to rebuild.
In 20 seconds, it was over.
Ronnie Roller says the speed of Friday's storm that brought the 90 to 100 mile per hour straight line winds that damaged his property is unbelievable. He was at home at the time and heard the storm.
It said like woo, within 30 minutes, we had like 4 guys in parasols in our driveway. It's unbelievable.
National Weather Service meteorologist Phil Heisel also surveyed downed trees along a nearby road today.
If you look at the number of strong tornadoes, that's been fairly consistent across the country over the past several decades, whereas the number of individual tornadoes, no matter what their rating, has increased. And that's something we'll certainly be looking at once we collect all this information.
Roller has been living on his property since 1975 and says he's never seen anything like what happened Friday. Roller estimates the damage done here on his property to be about $30,000. In Halifax County, Colter Anstad, 10 News, working for you.
Meanwhile, in Franklin County, people are still going through the rubble left behind from the EF3 tornado that tore through just 3 days ago. Friday, we introduced you to the Anderson family whose home was wiped out in the storm. 10 News reporter Jessica Jewell checked in with the family again today.
The Anderson family is still trying to come to terms with losing their home of nearly 40 years in less than a minute. This is a home that's in a tight-knit community, so this has affected more than just this family, and now that community is coming together in amazing ways to help them.
It bothers me. It does. It really bothers me. When your family gets hurt, you hurt.
The EF3 tornado that swept through Franklin County Friday morning did more than uproot trees and destroy homes. It broke hearts. That's why hundreds of people have spent the past few days helping the Andersons try to pick up the pieces. They'll have to tear what's left of this home down and build a new one. But in the meantime, they've tried to salvage the items they could and the precious memories that made this house a home. And thanks to generous donors, they'll have at least $37,000 to help them rebuild. Still Monday, dozens of friends and family members stopped by to check on Larry and Dolores, including Larry's Uncle Floyd, thankful that somehow no one was hurt.
Material things can be replaced. You don't put a value on them, you put a value on your life.
The Andersons will be staying at an old family home nearby while they wait to start the process of rebuilding. In Franklin County, I'm Jessica Jewell, 10 News, working for you.
A big difference from Friday's weather to today, and just wait till you see what's in store for tomorrow. Storm Team 10 meteorologist Beverly Perry joins us in the Weather Center. Today's weather was just gorgeous.
Amazing. Beautiful amounts of sunshine, dry conditions, also humidity levels low, so feeling very comfortable. We're still seeing clear skies stretched across the region right now. Live look at our downtown Roanoke sky cam where we're seeing just that, not a cloud in sight. Feeling great, as a matter of fact. We're currently at 75 degrees, 79 though. Smith Mountain Lake coming in at 69 in Hillsville, 74 in Martinsville. And again, there it is, clear skies, not even a cloud to be found in the surrounding area, not until the Midwest. And it's going to be a great evening for a stroll. Beautiful, warm and pleasant temperatures gradually cooling down into the the 60s. And any sky watchers out there, yeah, we have a meteor shower that's going to be happening tonight. Perfect conditions for that as well. The warming trend, it does continue tomorrow. We're talking about the 80s, and we are also tracking some more rain chances that will be arriving until late in our work week. So all that and much more coming up in just a few minutes.
The search is on for answers after yesterday's Easter suicide bombings in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka's government admits it had advance warnings of the attacks. The country's government says a domestic group could be responsible. A dusk to dawn curfew is in effect for a second night as the investigation continues. The FBI and other international agencies are working to gather more evidence.
Why weren't the churches protected if you had a warning?
Well, how many churches to be protected? But we informed that there is we never expected an attack of this magnitude.
The death count now stands at nearly 300 with more than 500 injuries. 4 Americans are among the dead. New tonight, police in Indiana say the person who murdered 2 girls in 2017 could be hiding in plain sight. During a news conference in Delphi, Indiana today, state police released never-before-seen images of this man, the guy that you just saw in that video, who they think killed these 2 little girls, Abby Williams and Libby German. Authorities released a new sketch of the suspect as well as audio and video evidence.
We also believe this person is from Delphi, currently or has previously lived here, visits Delphi on a regular basis, or works here.
Police say they hope the new evidence will lead them to the killer. A Covington family of 7 is thankful to be alive tonight. They're recovering from carbon monoxide poisoning. They suddenly got sick and they thought they were going to die. One daughter was alert enough to get her mother, who also got sick and passed out. Another daughter became lightheaded and fell down the stairs. EMS crews arrived minutes later.
It's unforgettable, it's traumatic, it's something that you want to help other people from having the experience.
By the grace of God, we're all living and breathing, and we're going to urge and try to promote to everyone we can talk to the importance of a carbon monoxide detector.
Experts say the high carbon monoxide levels in their home could have been deadly. You can't see or smell carbon monoxide. A new report estimates you may not get the full Social Security benefits you expect when you retire. The report says the combined trust funds for the government's 2 largest entitlement programs will be tapped out by 2035. However, Congress can enact policies that would ensure both programs have the money to stay running. As a handful of congressional members get a first look at the Mueller report, top Democrats are spending some of their time debating the pros and cons of an impeachment attempt. Blaine Alexander reports from Washington.
A sunny day at the annual White House Easter egg roll. And President Trump displaying a bright outlook despite renewed talk of impeachment among Democrats after the release of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's redacted Russia report.
Are you worried about impeachment, Mr. President?
The president tweeting, "Only high crimes and misdemeanors can lead to impeachment. There were no crimes by me, so you can't impeach," and pushing back on some of the report's findings that painted him in an unflattering light.
Are you worried that your staff is ignoring your orders as the Mueller report portrays?
Democrats divided on impeachment, some pointing to Mueller's findings around the issue of obstruction of justice.
If proven, some of this would be impeachable, yes.
All right.
Obstruction of justice, if proven, would be impeachable.
But others more cautious. House Democrats, out on recess, huddling tonight on a conference call to discuss the Mueller report. It comes as Attorney General William Barr has made a different version of the report available with fewer redactions for 12 top lawmakers in both parties. But Democrats not going to view it, instead holding out for the full, unredacted report. Republicans slamming that as playing politics.
I do encourage my colleagues, the Democrats, who have asked for transparency, who have asked for access, to actually come here and do so.
House Democrats not slowing their push to investigate President Trump, despite a new legal challenge from the president's lawyers, suing to block a subpoena from the House Oversight Committee for years of financial records from the president's businesses. Blaine Alexander, NBC News, Washington.
Target has officially kicked off its car seat recycling. The retail giant's annual event will run every Monday through May 4th. Target says it will accept and recycle all types of car seats, including those that are expired or damaged. Customers who turn in a car seat will get a coupon good for 20% off a new car seat or other baby items. That coupon is good until May 11th. The soccer team that nearly died inside a cave is returning to where it all happened. Their emotional reunion with the divers that rescued them. New at 7, nearly a year after people held their breath during a dramatic rescue, the Australian divers who rescued the Thai soccer team from a cave returned for an emotional reunion. Richard Harris and Craig Challen were just 2 of the 18 members from that rescue team. You might remember the soccer team and their coach were trapped inside that cave complex because of flooding. Now the rescuers are reuniting with the boys and toured the Cave Museum, which now has pictures from the rescue.
Since we left, we had to rush off in a bit of a hurry after the rescue last year, and we've been looking forward all this time to getting back and having a look at what the cave actually looks like.
Their successful rescue last summer lasted 17 days. An Orlando police officer had to step in and break up a fight involving a person dressed as the Easter Bunny. Yep, we're going to show it to you. The fight, there the bunny goes, captured on cell phone video in downtown Orlando. The person in the bunny costume threw several punches before an officer stepped in and broke up that fight. It's unclear if anybody was arrested in this incident or if this was just a publicity stunt. Now here's a sneak peek of stories that will be making headlines tonight.
I'm Shane Dwyer. Tonight we're in Roanoke, where a community is coming together to support a local landmark that's going through a bit of a hard time. Community Inn caught on fire over the weekend, closing the bar for the foreseeable future, leaving the employees there with no way to make money and the patrons with nowhere to drink their beer. So Village Grill is opening up next door and letting people come over and celebrate Community Inn. There's also a GoFundMe going on that's already raised a couple $1,000s. We've got all the details coming up tonight at 11 right here on WSLS 10.
Good Monday evening. Absolutely gorgeous day all across Southwest Virginia. Still looking amazing and feeling amazing out there. Live look at our new College Institute sky cam in Martinsville. Not even a cloud in sight. A temperature right now just a little after 7. We're sitting at 74 degrees. The best part, humidity levels, they are very low. And that's the case through basically the entire area. Plenty of sunshine right now. Temperatures feeling fabulous. We have 70 degrees in Blacksburg. Coming in at 69 though in Covington, Lexington at 68. 75 in Roanoke. Yeah, that song Sunny and 75. That's it right here. Temperatures tonight will be falling into the 40s to about 50 degrees. A clear and cool night will be upon us, but it's going to be an absolutely fabulous opportunity to catch a meteor shower. This will be right before dawn is the best viewing here. About 15 to about 20 meteors per hour. And of course, you want to go away from light pollution in a dark place and look mostly to the northeast for viewing these. So again, we'll have clear skies tonight to see that. Clear skies to start the day on Tuesday. Plenty of sunshine will be across the region. High pressures are a dominant feature straight through Tuesday as well. We may see a few of those fair weather clouds kind of pop up in the afternoon, but it won't be blocking out the sunshine whatsoever. Temperatures, yeah, they return to the 80s and will almost be feeling like June. As we head into the overnight hours, temperatures will be falling into the 50s Tuesday night, so a mild start to the day on Wednesday. And also on Wednesday, we'll have a few more clouds across the region as well, but temperatures, they really won't disappoint us whatsoever. Temperatures will be topping out in the mid to upper 70s, and we do have that stray shower chance. Again, you saw that early in the morning across the NRV, also right around 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. That's thanks to a boundary that's going to be situated nearby. That's also going to be the case for Thursday. Just a stray shower mentioned. The best chance for precipitation will be on Friday, and again, nothing compared to what we had last Friday. We're looking at scattered showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm or two as we go throughout the day on Friday, so it will be a soggy end to our work week, and that system pulls off to the northeast and we dry things out come Friday night. Since we're going to be dry over the course of the next few days, you can expect pollen counts to be pretty darn high. Oak, sweet gum, and birch going to be high tomorrow, Wednesday, and even for Thursday, so heads up. My seasonal allergy sufferers. Friday, though, will be slightly lower. So again, tree pollen very high, and then the weeds, about moderate. More sun than clouds tomorrow, pretty warm. High temperatures across the NRV near Wytheville and Hillsville, upper 70s. The rest of us basking in the 80s. How's that sound? Mid-70s on the way for Wednesday and Thursday. And again, we do ramp up those shower and thunderstorm chances come Friday. But overall, typically this time of the year, Brittany, we're right near 70 degrees for our high temperatures. Tomorrow, we're soaring into the 80s, which is almost like June for us.
Well, what's nice is, at least for this week, it feels that we have stepped off that weather roller coaster.
Oh, for sure.
And we at least have some consistent temperatures. We'll take it. We'll take the temps in the 80s.
You can tell we're rolling into May, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're almost there.
All right. Thanks so much.
You bet.
Whatever it takes, we are just days away from the premiere of the much-awaited Avengers blockbuster. How millions are getting ready for the finale.
He's working for you.
It truly is the end of an era for Marvel as Avengers Endgame arrives in theaters on Friday, but it's another Marvel movie that just checked off a box office milestone. Rick Damigella has that in our Hollywood Minute.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Getting ready for Endgame. E-ticketing company Fandango has announced the results of a survey of its users about the upcoming Avengers movie. The results show 89% of moviegoers are planning to stream previous Marvel movies this week in the run-up to Avengers Endgame.
Would you like to know what you really are?
Captain Marvel continues to soar. The movie enjoyed a 6% increase in box office over the Easter holiday weekend, which helped push it past the $400 million mark at the domestic box office, making it the 7th movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe to do so. In non-Marvel news, here's a sneak peek at Mortal Kombat 11. The latest entry in the fighting game franchise will be playable on the Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, PS4, and on PC, and is rated M for mature audiences. It's game on for Mortal Kombat 11 on Tuesday. Button mashing in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
The memoir the singer Prince was writing just before his death will be released this fall. The Beautiful Ones is Prince's account of his childhood, the creation of his persona, and artistic vision. The publisher says Prince had about 50 pages of the manuscript written before he died in 2016. The book will also include rare pictures, scrapbooks, and original handwritten Purple Rain lyrics. It will be available October 29th. Just days after a new baby joined the Today Show family, another co-host has announced her pregnancy. Jenna Bush Hager says she is pregnant with her 3rd child. She and her husband also have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old. Last week, Hoda Kotb announced she had adopted her 2nd child. Actress Michelle Williams and her husband are calling it quits. Williams and musician Phil Elverum tied the knot less than a year ago. The couple has a daughter together. This announcement comes the same day that singer Adele announced in a statement that she and her husband are also splitting. Surviving on secrets tonight on The Enemy Within. Tensions rise after Shepard and Keaton find out the CIA is withholding vital information about the Tall investigation. But it also gives them a chance to take a deeper look into the agency to find out exactly what they know. It's an all-new episode of The Enemy Within tonight at 10 on WSLS 10. But before that, it's 2 hours of head-to-head face-offs as the cross battles continue on The Voice. And then at 11, we'll show you how the Star City is coming together to help a community staple heavily damaged by a weekend fire. Thanks for joining us for 10 News at 7. Have a great night.